Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt it, a weird tension in the air or that little shift in someone's voice? It's like they're being polite, but underneath they don't like you. And they're not even hiding it that well. So not everyone is going to like you. That's just how life works. And if you grew up with trauma, that fact can hit like a punch in the gut. So what do? Most people try to talk their way into being liked. They explain, they defend, or they try harder. But that never works. Chasing their approval is the fastest way to lose your self-respect. So how do you deal with people who clearly don't like you, especially if they're your boss or your family or someone you have to see every day? You can use strategies, and I'm going to teach you those right now. Now, if you grew up with trauma, you may have a kind of radar for tension. You walk into a room and instantly feel who's not vibing with you. You start monitoring their tone, their expressions, their energy, trying to figure out what you did wrong. But this is not just social awkwardness. This is the legacy of growing up around people who actually did dislike you or mistreat you. Your nervous system learned to keep tabs on that because it used to be very dangerous for you. Now it just leaves you exhausted. And weirdly, the more you try to win people over, the worse it gets. Now, there was someone in my life once, I'm not going to name names, but every time I saw them, my whole body would go on high alert. I'd try to say the right thing, keep the peace, not ruffle feathers, but no matter how much I bent over backwards, they still talked down to me or dismissed me or just totally ignored me. And I started doing this thing. Maybe you've done it too, where I'd replay every conversation in my head afterward, trying to figure out what I should have said. And of course, when I asked them if something was wrong, they pretended everything was fine. But the weird feeling didn't stop. I wasn't crazy. So here's what I finally had to learn the hard way. Not everyone is going to like me. Not everyone's going to like you. And that is okay. It doesn't mean that you're wrong or unlikable or that you need to explain yourself better. Sometimes people just don't like you, and it might have nothing to do with you. People who grew up with trauma often have this belief, like buried deep down, that if someone doesn't like you, it must be your fault. You must fix this. If you were just nicer and smarter, or thinner, or more impressive, more quiet, more nice, more cute, whatever, they'd come around. But that's the lie. And it keeps you trapped in a pattern of trying to please people who don't even want a connection with you. So here's the shift. Your job is not to make everyone like you. Your job is to stay regulated, to be yourself, and to tell the truth. Because when you're regulated, people can feel it. And the ones who are capable of connection, the ones who are worth your energy, they're drawn to that. The ones who aren't, you don't want them. So what can you do right now to deal with people who don't like you? First, stop trying to win them over. Seriously, the minute you drop this performance for them, your nervous system starts to calm down. Just stay calm. I know with people with trauma, that's like easier said than done. But being grounded and calm, being yourself is good. The urge to get on that little hamster wheel of trying to be liked, that is bad. That's what keeps the trauma loop going. It's that part of you that learned to shapeshift around unsafe people just to survive. But you don't want to do that anymore. You're an adult now. You don't want to have to turn into somebody you're not. You can choose not to give your energy to people who are cold, rude, or condescending. So second, stay neutral. Don't be mean, but you don't have to be nice either. This is key. When someone doesn't like you, your instinct might be to overcompensate or to get defensive or to prove, I don't care, by being cold back. Now, all of those reactions keep you stressed and disconnected from yourself. So instead, you go neutral. Just, you don't get hooked. You don't try to fix them or punish them or decode every little thing they say. You act how you'd act with a stranger at the post office, just polite, brief, emotionally detached. You hold your boundary. You don't have to punish them. And in fact, if you can keep them from noticing that you're doing anything special at all, you win. And you get to keep your dignity too, which is a nice thing to have. Third, pause and then speak. When you're full of adrenaline and resentment, this is not the time to speak your truth. That won't land well, and you'll walk away feeling worse. So If you're triggered, pause, take a beat, step away for a few minutes. There are only a few things in life that can't wait until you've had a chance to do a gut check about how you really feel and how you really want to respond. Then, if you need to, you can come back and say what you need to say calmly, clearly, without any drama, right? That's real power, actually. It's not being reactive, but being in possession of yourself. That's real power, by the way, not being reactive, but being in possession of yourself. Fourth, don't try to change their mind. This one is hard, I know, especially if you've had a trauma wound around rejection. But you can't logic someone into liking you. You can't people please them into respect. You can't be good enough to change how someone feels about you. Just let that go. Their opinion of you is none of your business. It's their problem. It's boring. When someone shows you that they don't like you, just note it. That's data, and it tells you who not to invest in. So fifth, you can redirect your energy toward real connection. Here's your new superpower. Instead of spending hours ruminating on why someone doesn't like you, redirect. Use that energy to connect with someone who does like you, or even just someone who's neutral or kind or curious. Real connection is possible, but not when you're tangled up in trying to prove yourself to the wrong people. If you grew up feeling unwanted or like love had to be earned, then being disliked doesn't just sting. It taps directly into the oldest, most painful stories of your nervous system. You don't just feel rejected. You feel you're sliding off the edge of the earth. And even if it's just coming from one person, it can feel like everyone hates you. You feel like you're 9 years old again and all the other kids are doing something without you. Now, when this feeling comes up, it's a chance to face and be rid of it. And to do that, I use my daily practice techniques, which gives me a format to name what it is I fear so much and then release it, to ask for it to be removed. And in this weird way, when I have my daily practice, when something hurts me, it's a chance to face what it is in me that keeps reacting, that keeps being drawn to these situations, trying to win someone over who doesn't treat me well. If you want to learn those techniques, it's in a free course that I made for you, and I'll put the link to that in the second link below this video in the description section. You can find it there. It's free. You can get started and learn it real quick. So that's why it feels so compulsive. Like you have to get them to like you. But what if it's not about them? You know, what if this is a symptom and a signal that it's time to get deeply with yourself, to accept who you are and be who you are? In fact, the more you're true to yourself, the stronger people will feel about you. The ones who don't like you, it's not your problem. The ones who do like you will adore you. And even if that's not in your life yet, you can be that person for yourself today. You can stop trying to win over people who are indifferent or cold or mean. You can stop over-explaining yourself or trying to get heard for what you're really trying to say. You can give up happily on groups that merely tolerate you instead of welcome you. And instead, you can relax inside. You can get regulated. You can let connection come to you. It can do that. Did you know that? Feels totally different than trying to chase connection or make it happen. Try it. Because when you're okay with yourself, people can feel it. And the good ones, they are drawn to it. So there's literally no need to keep abandoning yourself to get other people to come around. You know how to come to peace inside. This is the energy that moves your life forward in the most natural way. And it heals that urge to make everyone happy and gives you instead calmness and certainty inside. You'll get glimpses of it, but when you keep cultivating it and letting go of the people who antagonize you, it gets easier and easier to come back to center and know that you're okay, no matter how they feel. You feel good. If you like this video, I've got one that you're going to love right here, and I'll see you very soon. Even when we say we're never going to do it again, and we mean we're never going to do it again, but then you look down and there you are doing it again.